Hi guys, so we're back again.
Hi.
So today our topic is going to be what?
Well, why to have a pet? What is the reason to adopt an animal in your household?
Because they're awesome. No, you know that I read recently that studies say that having a pet or children that grow up with a pet, they have a bigger emotional intelligence because they learn to care and feed, and it's a responsibility. So definitely, a reason to get a pet is for your children is that they learn, they have higher emotional intelligence when they grow up.
Well,
According to studies.
theoretically, the part of the personality is that a person is the interaction with the brothers and sisters, with the siblings. And imagine you are also probably adding other ingredients to the personality. You are also having the interaction with animals, with pets. So you will have a different personality by having this opportunity in your life.
Yeah, definitely. And also, having a pet is, good thing because they can help you through some tough times. They're there for you. They don't want anything from you. Well, a dog or a cat or other animals also, they don't want anything from you. They just want your love, your attention, and they don't require, money, you giving them money, or, they just want your attention.
Yeah, but remember, it's not always just the happy times. The pets, they have the whole cycle with you. They will have also days when they are ill, or they are going to become old, and you will then witness the whole process of the pet. So is you have to take this into consideration.
It happens often that, for example, people get a pet and then when it gets old or sick, they dump it in the shelter because they just don't want to care for it, or they don't have the time for it. So definitely when you get a pet, you have to think about that because it's for a whole life. It's not just, until they're not when they're not cute anymore and become a hassle, then you dump them. That's not fair, because you wouldn't do that to your children, you wouldn't do that to any other people. I mean, you would probably, but I mean, in the sense that it's for a lifetime.
And you will have probably these phases when it's already 10 years in the future or 15 years in the future. So you have to know what is your age at that point in time. How do you think you will be prepared for these phases? So it's simple mathematics. So if you are 40, you will be 55. If you are 50, you will be 65, and etc. So are you going to be in the middle of your job life, in the middle of your career? Are you going to be a family with children that are teenagers? What is the situation in around 10 years from now if you get a dog, for example, or a cat? So you have to figure out what is coming to you, and so that you take the decision really consciously.
Also, it's important because, like my dad said, it's also not just the happy times. You have to be prepared, to take it to the vet when it's sick, and learn that it can also be a big financial responsibility to have a pet if they get sick, because it can be expensive. Like we learned with Mimi that you have to, make the decision sometimes. Do you want to do that or not? So, it's an expensive, it can be something, expensive.
No, you will have the minimum is to buy the food.
Exactly, but if it gets sick, it can be expensive. That's what I mean.
It can be that the pet is
and for example,
not
here in
getting
Austria,
sick, but it can be that this.
Here in Austria now, you, for example, have to take. I don't know exactly, but you have to take some kind of classes and exams if you get a puppy, and also in Austria you have to pay dog taxes. So.
Yeah,
and the dogs have to be registered.
Also, you have to know before taking the decision if there is any kind of allergic situation in your family group, because
Exactly.
it's a pity that you get the pet and then you get rid of the pet because you discover that some of you are allergic to the pet. So it's this you can avoid before. There are pets that are anti-allergic, or you can select the type of
Like a
pet
poodle.
depending on the
Schnauzer.
on your healthy situation. Yeah?
Or like a ragdoll. And
Yeah.
ragdolls are anti-allergic. Well, they say that trigger less allergies than other cats.
And I think if you have also pets, you have to consider what kind of furniture it will be exposed to the pets. The life after the pets at home, if they are, for example, cats or dogs, they are interacting with your furniture, they are interacting with your decoration, they are interacting with all your settings. So this you have to consider also. You are not
And you
going to
have
get
to-
rid of them because you discover that after that.
Yeah, because for example, like we have rules that Mimi isn't allowed on. She's allowed on the chairs, in some chairs, not all of the flat. But you know, you have to have rules so you know you don't, that your pet doesn't destroy something, because then it's your fault, not the pet's fault, because you let them interact with us. So you have to definitely set rules so then it doesn't backfire.
But anyway, I think it's very important to have the pet also from the point of view that I believe the human being is in a way designed to interact with the whole surrounding, and
if you don't like
one part
animals-
of that is animals. So
Yeah, and if you don't like animals, there's obviously something wrong with you.
yeah. Or you are going to be confronted with the animals anyways. So
Yeah,
it's
but I'm
better
just-
to face it.
I always say that somebody who doesn't like animals, there's something really wrong with them.
Well, there are cases. There are cases that there are people that
I mean,
don't
I-
even like human beings.
Well, I sometimes don't like humans. I prefer my dog to some humans. So,
Wow.
you know, there's a study now, on a side note here, that it came out now that some dog owners can love their dog more than their family.
Well, I think this is because of probably a temporary situation or a kind of situation, but then they discover that they got a child and the child is also like a dog or better.
You can't compare children to dogs, Papi.
Of course, it's no comparison, but some people don't know the value of a child till they get it. So they don't believe that they could love so much till they get the first child.
Don't worry, I like you more than Mimi. Don't worry.
You like me more than Mimi?
I think that's
Do
a
you
lie.
think so?
No, but okay. I just was trying to make you feel better.
Well, I think it's important in the character of a human being. The character is of human being is coming from the childhood in many cases, and part of this character is formed by the interaction with other children, with other kind of people, with different kind of people in the family, and not always with mother and father, not always with the very close friends. If you have the children and they are exposed to different group of children or group of humans, they will be better prepared for life. And why not to confront the children also with the interaction with animals? So this will be part of the preparation for life, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's a great, growing up with animals.
Yeah.
I went horse riding when I was a kid. That's how I interacted with animals.
Yeah, and I interacted with your horse and you.
Yeah, because you're the one who put the saddle on the horse.
Well, but that was also a very good experience, because one can tell that there is a relationship between the person riding and the horse itself, and how is this interaction in the chemistry, let's say, that is happening.
You think I had chemistry with the horse that I used to ride?
Yes, for sure. You were having a kind of
Love and hate relationship.
Yes.
He hated me most of the time. No, I mean, he did like me, but sometimes he showed a lot of attitude.
I think
And used to bite me also.
Well, but you were feeling probably comfortable because there was some kind of friendship.
Yeah, sure. We can call that was a friendship. No, it was a friendship. I liked him a lot. So to conclude this video,
Well, think about first what kind of pet. There are different kind of pets. There are different life expectations. So prepare yourself by making some plans. What you will do with the pet when it's in your house. What will be the space that you are giving for the pet? What kind of limitations you want to have with the pet? Are you allergic?
yeah. For
Well,
example, I say that if you get a cat, I would always get more. I would get two cats, never one cat, because I made the mistake of getting one cat. And then when I traveled a lot, the cat didn't have anybody to stay. Like it stayed with somebody, but it didn't have a furry friend to stay with. So always get two cats, so they can also play with each other.
yeah, and are you going to be a person that is going to do some sport and you want to integrate the pet with the sport? So
Like I do. I walk
probably
Mimi.
you have to probably select one of the pet that is let's say more compatible with your lifestyle, with your sport.
Yeah, like for example,
lifestyle.
if you like to run, you're not gonna get a French bulldog because they can't breathe when they run. So you will get I don't know a Weimariana or a Husky or something that needs a lot of exercise.
Yeah, or for hiking, or
Yeah.
for going to a lake, or going to a
I have
beach.
to I have to say we've been very lucky with Mimi. She's very sporty dog actually. I think she's fit than most of us in this family.
Yeah, and you have to think also about what is the time that you spend working, and how long will be the time that the pet will be alone. What kind of pets are better for the people that are working long periods during the week, during the day. So this is important if somebody will be at home, or this is a situation that the pet will be alone at home. What kind of technology can you use for supervising your
Yeah,
pet?
yeah, because they're like cameras now where you can watch
Yeah.
your pet. We don't have one because we don't really need it.
Yeah, in case of our dog, the maximum stand-alone time is what, 6 hours,
Yeah, 6 hours.
and
After
this is
that,
risky.
after like the other day, we came home from a friend's, and she's been so good since we moved in with my dad. Really, like she's not destroyed anything, which was really surprising for me because she used to be very destructive. And so then when we came home, we found a box on the floor like ripped apart, and I was like, wow, I think we left her alone a bit too long in her opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be a long period outside, you should then go out and go, for a walk, a long walk, so that the dog in this case is tired, and so that is not going to be too active during the time you are absent. So I think it's you also have to consider when you want to buy a pet, what kind of situation you have in the house you are living. If you are living in one building with many families, how are the rules? Where are the areas where the pets can go, or you can go with the pet? How is the situation in your neighborhood? If you have spaces where you can go with the animals. So this is important before you take the decision, so that you figure out how will be your life with the pet.
How is our life with our pet, you think?
Well, for example, we have a lot of green areas here, and then in Austria you have spaces where you can go with the pets. We have also some places where you can just leave them free without the leash, and they can go and run, big, huge parking places for animals. I think in that regards we are lucky that we are living in a city that is very animal friendly.
I think it's one of the most dog friendly cities in the world, I have to say. Vienna is unreal how dog friendly it is. So anyway, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
And so thank you for listening and leave your thoughts below.
Yeah, if you have some questions about how to live with a Beagle, you can ask Marie Andre, she's an expert.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. And here's our Beagle if he also wants to say goodbye. Mimi! Mimi! No, I guess not. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.